Hello, Hari Om. Welcome to our short practice today. Just remember to always move in a range of motion that's both comfortable and free of pain. So let's begin just by taking a few nice deep breaths. Just wherever you are right now, settling down into the space where you'll be doing your practice today. Deepening the breath, and as you exhale the breath, relax the shoulders, soften the eyes. Inhaling, breathing into the present moment, the here and the now. Exhaling, letting go of any thoughts from the day and of anything yet to come. Let's chant together the vibration of Om one time. Nice deep breath in. Good. Take another big breath. And as you exhale, just rubbing the palms together in front of the heart, bringing a little bit of heat, a little bit of warmth there into the palms of the hands. And once you have that heat gathered, cup the eyes, just lean the head into the palms, take a deep breath. And we'll stroke the eyelids, give the temples a massage. Massaging the jaw and the neck and the shoulders. Good. And from here, just come right into the hands and knees so that the knees are under the hips, wrists are underneath the shoulders. Couple cat-cow movements just to warm up our spines. On the inhale, lower the belly down and look forward. And then on the exhale, reach the back up toward the ceiling, tuck the chin. Using the breath here, inhale, lower down. Exhale, reach the back up. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. As you move in and out of the cat and the cow. You're noticing those little pauses at the top of the inhalation and at the bottom of the exhalation. And one more time. And now come to a neutral position. Let's curl the toes underneath and lift the knees for downward facing dog. Lengthening the arms, relaxing the shoulders. Maybe lifting the toes a little bit. And just feel a nice, strong downward dog. Deep breath in and a full breath out. Now coming back down onto the hands and knees, and we're going to tuck the hips back for child's pose. We're resting the forehead down onto the mat or stacked up hands, either way, whatever's comfortable. Just take a breath here, rest the lower back. Breathe into the back of the rib cage and just start to let the hips move a little bit from side to side. Maybe letting the forehead move a little bit on the ground as well. Letting the arms extend, lengthen out your child's pose. Stretch out through the arms, spread the fingers, let the fingers lift a little bit off your mat. Take a deep breath in. Good, and then exhale. Let's come back onto the hands and knees. We'll curl the toes and lift the knees, downward facing dog. Take one breath here. Exhale. Inhale. And then coming higher up onto the toes. Let's walk the feet forward and the hands backward until we're in a forward fold. Letting the head be heavy here. Nod and shake the head. Let it relax and settle down. Feeling any tension in the neck and the shoulders. Just begin to release and work its way down. And we'll soften the knees and round up the spine. Inhale. Let the arms lift up overhead. Take a big breath in. And then come into neutral spine. We'll interlace the fingers together behind the back. Open the chest. Draw the shoulder blades in closer and exhale, folding down. Lifting the arms. Take one big breath in. Lengthen the spine. Lift the spine. And then exhale, fold down. And lower the arms. Letting yourself rise back up to stand. You let the shoulders roll a couple times, going in one direction and then reverse. And then just a little bit of spaghetti arms, letting your arms just flop around the body like noodles. Bringing a little hip action into it. Loosen up those arms. Good. Now shake out the hands and the wrists. We'll come to stand now at the top of the mat. Sun salutation. Beginning with the palms together in front of the heart. Settle and root down in through your feet. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Part the arms, open the heart. And exhale, fold forward, bend. Relax as soon as you get here, the head and the neck. And now we're going to bring the hands to either side of the feet. Step the left leg all the way back. Just a nice high lunge pose here. And just letting the hips settle down. Maybe move a little bit forward. And just get a good stretch. Big breath in. And on the exhale, step the right leg to the back, downward facing dog. Spread your fingers, lengthen the legs. And for our back boot bending movement, let's come a little higher up onto the toes. Come into a nice plank position and see if you can just let the hips lower down and look a little bit forward. Inhale, and then exhale, lift the hips and just come back up to plank. So we're inhaling, lowering down, and exhaling, coming back to plank. We're going to do that one more time. Make sure it's okay on your back. Inhale, lower, and then back to plank. Press into the hands, downward dog. We'll come a little higher up onto the toes. The left foot all the way forward into lunge, and hold here. I'm going to sink the hips down. Breathe. Feel this lovely stretch in the body. Take another breath in. And then exhale, right foot joins the left. Here we are, forward bend. Relax the head and the neck. We'll soften the knees, round up the spine. Let the arms lift out and up. Open the heart. And exhale, palms back together in front of the heart. Pause and breathe. Feel your heartbeat underneath your thumbs. Let's exhale the breath. Inhale, lift up. Part the arms. Swan dive down, forward bend. Step now the right leg to the back of the mat in a lunge position. Lower the right knee to the ground and protect your knee if you need to. And coming up, letting the arms reach back, and then inhale, monkey pose, lift. And lower. Lift the back leg, let the left leg stretch back, downward dog. We'll come higher up onto the toes into plank position here, letting the knees touch down, or you can keep them lifted if you want a little more of a challenge. And bend the arms, lowering yourself all the way down onto the abdomen, tops of the feet on the ground, and inhale for baby cobra. Squeeze the arms in close. And just lift using the strength of the middle and upper back. Breathe. And just be in the pose. Feel strong. Nicely connected to the ground beneath you. On the next exhale, lower down. Curl the toes and take your time coming back into downward facing dog. Maybe walk the feet a little bit in place, keeping the toes on the ground and just lifting and lowering one heel at a time. And we'll come a little higher up onto the toes, swinging the right leg forward, walker step that leg. Allowing the left knee to kiss down, letting the arms reach back, and inhale, lift up into your monkey pose, one breath, and lower, lift the back knee, exhale, left leg forward, forward bend, soften the knees and round the spine up, lift the arms up overhead, and palms in front of the heart, close. Just pause for a moment here. Let's lift the arms up, overhead. On the exhale, just half moon. And come back to the center. In the other direction, nice side bend, come back. Let's do that one more time. Exhale. Just enjoy the stretch. Come back. And the other side. And back to the center. Palms in front of the heart. Take a breath. And relax the arms down. Palms face a little bit forward here in mountain pose. Just feeling your comfortable mountain, strong and resilient. And from here, let's have a little space between the legs lengthwise on your mat. And we'll turn the right leg to the right, pointing the toes to the right, and letting the left leg and foot be parallel. Let the left foot be parallel to the short edge of your mat. Maybe the heel of that left foot can come out a little wider than the toes, letting the arms open out to the sides, and we'll bend that right knee. Just angling it out toward the pinky toe, maybe pulsing in it a little bit. Keeping it dynamic to begin with. And you can keep moving here, or if you'd like to pause, open the chest and the collarbones and letting yourself look over the right arm. Warrior 2 pose. Here, hold. Relax the shoulders. One more breath. Let the right forearm lower down onto the right thigh. Let the left arm reach up overhead. Big side angle. Press into the left foot. Feel that Left arm reaching. One more breath. And letting that arm lift back up, back into warrior two. Looking right. Relax the shoulders. Sink down. Exhale. And then inhale. Come back. Lengthening the legs. Palms in front of the heart. And we'll pivot on the heels. Pointing the left foot left, and this time the right foot's parallel to the short edge of the mat. The heel coming out wider than the toes. Relax the arms. Allow them to float up to the surface like you're in a nice salty lake, and then letting the left knee bend, angling it out toward the pinky toe. Really spread out here in this pose, looking over the left arm, and breathe. Relax the shoulders. Keeping a focal point to assist with balance. And just hold and enjoy. And here we're going to let the left forearm lower down onto the left thigh, letting the right arm reach. Big stretch. And coming back. Looking over the left arm. Hold for a breath. And then straightening out the legs. Come back to the center. Bring the palms in front of the heart. Turn the heels inward a little bit. And we'll open up the arms. 5-pointed star. And then bending the arms, palms in front, facing toward the head, bending the knees. And just relax the shoulders here, goddess pose. Open the heart and the chest. And hold. Just keep it dynamic if you'd like, maybe lifting and lowering. And then coming back to the center, palms in front of the heart, and begin wiggling your feet, stepping the feet forward. Take a breath, and we'll come stand back at the top of the mat. Inhale, lift the arms open, and exhale, swan dive, forward bend. And stepping the left leg to the back of your mat, hold. Inhale, lift the hips, and exhale, step the right leg back, downward facing dog. One breath here. And we'll come higher up onto the toes, plank position. And softly note lowering the knees or keep them lifted, bend the arms. And lower yourself down onto the mat. Tops of the feet down. High cobra, press into the hands and lift. And on the exhale, just gently lower down. Let your arms extend back. Preparing for locust pose. We're going to tuck the hands underneath the upper thighs, kind of anchoring the arms underneath the body. And letting first the right leg reach back, lengthening along the mat, and then letting the right leg lift a little bit off the ground, keeping the length. Hold. Breathe. And on the exhale, lower the right leg down. Letting the left leg reach back and extend, and then letting the left leg lift. Hold. And let the left leg lower down. Let's do that again. Right leg, feel it lengthen and extend, and then allow that right leg to lift. As you hold it there, breathing all the while. And exhale, lower. Left leg reaches back and then lifts. Good, hold and breathe. Bring the chin on the ground. And exhale, let the left leg lower. If you'd like, you can let both legs reach back and both lift together, letting the upper body lift as well. Or just stick to one leg at a time. Just go with what feels best for your back this practice session. Hold and breathe. Feel strong in that lower back region. Great way to strengthen that lower back area. Hold. You can always lower down if you'd like. And then lengthening back through the legs before coming back up. If you want to come in and out a few times, you might experiment with that. And exhale. Let's all go ahead and lower down, unrocking the arms from underneath the body, and we'll fold them in front of us so we can rest the chin onto the hands. Have some space between the legs. Lift the feet up toward the ceiling. Let the legs splay away from each other, and then let the ankles cross. And try to relax everything here, just crossing in a different direction so that you cross first in one direction and then in the other. Just taking turns. Breathe and relax here. If you'd like a little added challenge in the practice today, and bow pose is comfortable for you, you can either keep doing this movement, or if it's available to you, and make sure it's totally comfortable for you to do this. If you can reach back and find the feet with the hands, press the hands into the feet into the hands until the thighs and the upper body lift a little bit off the ground, or you get the sensation that they're lifting. Feeling that pressure on the abdomen. Breathe and enjoy. Good. Let's take one more breath here. Maybe lift a little bit higher. And on the exhale, lower. We'll let the legs release down. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. We'll curl the toes. And take your time lifting and coming into a downward dog just to re-lengthen through the spine. And we'll lower the knees to the ground. Relax the feet and shift the hips back toward the heels. Resting the forehead, the shoulders and the arms in the child's pose. And just take a few breaths here in the child's pose. Surrender and acceptance. Let's tuck our chin and we'll begin to round up the spine, coming to a kneeling posture. And then you may sit to the side and allow the legs to extend forward. Beginning with the staff pose, so body in as much of a right angle as it can comfortably be in. And feel free to sit up on your blanket, or if there's a prop that you enjoy for kind of lifting the hips a little bit, make it more comfortable for you, then by all means. Just see if you can let the toes face up, feeling strong through those abdominal muscles here. Hold. Let's take a couple breaths. Now we're going to do the half forward bend. So first fold in the right leg, and we'll bring the sole of the right foot onto the inner part of the left thigh and relax that right leg down. And if you need to have a prop underneath the knee, just to make sure that it feels supported and comfortable, then you might want to do that. And we'll hold here, take a breath. Palms in front of the heart. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Interlock the thumb and the forefinger together. This is the Eagle Mudra. Take a breath, and on the exhale, keep the spine long as you begin to fold over that extended left leg. Once your spine starts to curl, that's your indication to just relax. And just be in that stretch without forcing or straining. Breathe. On the inhales, you might lift and extend the spine a little bit, and on the exhales, fold forward. And just finding a little bit of stillness here in the forward bend. A couple more breaths. And coming out, press into the hands. Use the hands to walk you back. Let the arms reach out and up. And then lower the arms down. Good, and now we're going to switch sides. So letting the right leg straighten out, and we're going to tuck the sole of the left foot so that it comes to the inner right thigh. Positioning so that the sitting bones are nice, planted on the ground. Palms together in front of the heart. Support that left knee. Inhale, lift up. Interlock the thumbs together, and on the exhale, fold into your forward bend. Keep the spine long, and when it starts to curl, that's your indication to release. Again, using the breath to work in the pose, maybe lifting and extending the spine on the inhales and on the exhales, drawing the belly a little bit in and up, and find that sweet spot. You can just be at ease here. Couple more breaths. On the inhale, press into the hands. Let the hands walk you back. Allow the arms to reach out and up. And then lower down. Good. And from here, bring the soles of the 2 feet together. And tuck the heels in toward the pelvis. Hold on to the toes. Let the legs lower down. Open the heart. And exhale, fold. And release. And just take one breath here. Inhale, lengthen. Good. And we'll, from here, just let both legs straighten out. This is a counter pose, optional here. So you might lean back into the hands. Shoulder blades come a little closer together. Press into the heels, lift the hips, point the toes. Open the chest and let the head drop back. Take a breath. And then lift the head and reverse that movement. Maybe scooch up a little bit toward the front of your mat, just so that you can lay down now on your mat. Hug the legs into the chest and roll a little from side to side. Just massaging the back as you tuck and roll. You might place the feet on the ground with the knees bent. Let your arms splay out to the sides, and we'll windshield wiper the legs. from side to side. When the legs turn to the right and you exhale, let the head also roll to the left, getting a spinal twist. Inhale, come to the center. And exhale, legs turn left, head rolls to the right. We'll stop with the knees pointing up toward the ceiling. And finally, from here, if you'd like, we can move either into a bridge pose where we're lifting the pelvis and anchoring through the shoulders and the feet. That might be an appropriate pose for you today. Or if you'd like to move into a shoulder stand, if that's a practice that you have established and you've worked one-on-one or in a class setting with a teacher, then feel free to experiment and play around a little bit with the shoulder stand. If you're new to shoulder stand, please just opt for the bridge pose. It's a beautiful pose. We can do some variations on that in future online classes. If you'd like to move into a shoulder stand, we'll do that by letting the palms face down and letting the legs swing back so that we're looking at our knees. Keeping the arms in fairly close together, bending the arms so that we support the back with our hands as we gradually let the legs lift up toward the ceiling and the hands walk down toward the shoulder blades. Important here to remember is to keep the chin a little bit lifted so you feel the arch in the back of the neck. And please avoid turning your head while you're in the pose. And if you need to cough or clear your throat, just come out of the pose first. Women, if you're having a heavy moon cycle day, then this is a good pose to avoid. And just stick to the bridge pose. So many variations we can do here, but we're just going to hold this today briefly just to get the benefits of a little inversion time. You can let one leg come overhead and then the other. Lots of things you can do whilst you're in the shoulder stand. You can ride the bicycle, reverse. You can let the legs open out into a V for a nice little added stretch. But for our practice today, we're keeping it pretty short, so just take a couple more breaths either in the bridge or in the shoulder stand. I'm going to come out of the shoulder stand now, but feel free to hold it a little bit more. To come out, you're going to let the legs come overhead so you're looking at the knees. And then use your arms as brakes as you lower the spine down gently to the ground. If you're in the bridge pose, just be very mindful of the spine as it lowers down. And just feel that healthy, happy spine returning to the earth. And once we're all lowered down, just take a nice deep breath all together. And from here you might stretch the legs out. You might let the arms reach up overhead. Maybe look back behind you if that's comfortable. Big breath. And then we'll lay in Shavasana. And this is how we'll conclude our practice today. Just laying in this wonderful, relaxed position, palms facing up to receive the energy of the universe. And feel free to just linger here in this posture for however long you would like. Om Shanti. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.